Perfect. Welcome all you ladies and gents to the second episode of the Party Size Podcast, Partycast.
Poop.
Nice.
Dude, nice.
So let's just dive on into it. So how have things been going with you, Bobby? What's been on your mind?
Nice. Can I just say, I have a fun story.
Ooh.
Not sure if I can share all the details, but I have to tell you this. Do not try, I think it's called Red Line. It's an energy drink, right? There's 2 servings in it, and there's a paragraph, a really long paragraph that is full of details and warnings about why, if you have heart problems or pregnancy, do not drink this energy drink. You don't want to do it.
So I'm assuming you drank it?
I did not drink it, thankfully.
Okay.
But my friend did.
Oh, nice.
Right. He drank both servings. and he threw up wildly.
Holy moly.
It has 135 grams of caffeine.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's a lot of caffeine. For, it's this big. You can't see it's a podcast, but Hayden, yeah. It's this big.
It's the size, about as tall as a deck of cards.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the right size.
Maybe a little bigger, but it's not that big.
Just that much compressed extreme energy given to you instantly.
I actually had a sip, 1 or 2 sips, and it was watermelon flavored, and it was very strong. You had a sip, and then it's oh, it tastes like watermelon. And then it hits you. It's oh, it tastes too much like watermelon.
Oh, jeez.
So, it's something that, you probably shouldn't take unless you are a college student studying for the exams.
And even then, you take that one in micro doses.
Yeah, exactly. Or you're supposed to drink it as prescribed, where you say, you drink half the bottle. That's 1 serving. And I told him to do that, and he didn't do it. He just drank the entire thing, and I was you're dumb. But that was my yesterday. But
yeah.
What happened with you, man?
Well, I've been reclusive lately. I've mainly been trying to beat all the NES Mario games that are on Nintendo Online.
Oh, nice.
I've been beating them in order of which has been interesting to me. I've beaten Super Mario Bros. 3 first.
Okay.
And that's a gem. Super Mario Bros. 2, on the other hand,
is not.
I did beat that one, and that one was not fun all the way through. I do not recommend 2.
No one likes 2.
Except for Donkey.
Oh boy.
Super Mario Brothers 2, baby. Kind of thing. But yeah, that one, you can very much tell that one's not a Mario game.
No.
And as by the history books, it wasn't going to be a Mario game, and then they turned it into one.
Because they were lazy.
Yeah. And that one is more of an adventure game sort of deal, and less of the fun with platforming. It's more just because the enemies, you get to pick them up, and it makes it so much easier to do that.
I know, it's not even there's no threat really.
Yeah, and I am very close to beating the first Super Mario Bros. The reason that one's been taking a bit longer is because of the fact where if you continue, you go all the way back to the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And you get your 3 lives, and 1-ups are extremely scarce. I have been trying not to find any kind of walkthroughs or anything, and I have stumbled across both the first and second big warp zones that are actually important to get.
Yeah.
Because there are 3 warp zones in the game.
Obviously, one in the first world, right?
Yeah, there's the one in the first world, which takes you to 2, 3, or 4. You obviously pick 4. Then there's the one that's easy to find that's in the 4th world, but that one only takes you to World 5. And that's, if you want to get the actual one, you have to take up a vine that's hidden in a way to where if you mess up, a block will block it, and you won't be able to get it. Because it's just a hidden block that you have to hit, and then there's vines that go up.
Yeah.
And then it takes you up to getting the choices of 6, 7, or 8, and 8's the last world. So it just takes you right to the end of the game, pretty much. And I'm on the last world right now. I just took a break from it to record the podcast, and I'm probably going to be finishing it as soon as we're done.
Wow.
Yeah. And then after that, I'm probably going to try to do the whole game through.
Probably just beat your meat a little bit.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'll do that first. Just a little palate cleanser. And then I'll try to beat the game all the way through without using warp zones. Because warp zones are kind of cheap. You know?
But they're there for a reason.
Yeah. And I think the main reason was to get people talking about the arcade game. Because Mario was originally an arcade game. And you got to get people trying as much as possible. And then people hear that there's secrets. Then you got to try as many times. You got to get all the secrets.
So spend all your money on the arcade machine, no?
And I bet there were tons of kids back then who were being all like, "Oh, I found the super secret warp zone," and just making up stuff and getting people to go and play the game.
Exactly.
And if you add all kinds of secrets like that,
free advertising, man.
Yeah.
Free advertising.
Yeah, I feel like the Konami code also was a big proponent for that kind of thing, with people being like, "Oh, I found the secret." Oh yeah, the Konami code's almost in every Konami game. Well, older ones. They gave up on it because cheat codes don't get to exist anymore.
No, because there's no such thing. No.
Yeah.
Little boys this day and age, maybe little whammon, little whammon don't get to use them cheat codes anymore.
I really miss cheat codes.
I mean, cool. I never used them, but
the only game I ever had that had cheat codes. Well, Binding of Isaac still has cheat codes. But. The Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga had cheat codes, and that was a lot of fun because they were all stupid.
They weren't really cheat codes; they're like little options.
Well, those are cheat codes. Cheat codes just, I think it's like the developers. They're just like, "Oh, I found this fun thing you can do with the code that makes something fun," but it's also not the way the game is intended to be. Like, I was able to code a thing that made all the heads really big. Of course, we can't put this into the game, or we could and have it be a cheat code. If you want to mess up the experience and goof around for a bit, then you can.
Like
just
the
throw in
Minecraft creeper.
What?
Yeah, there's a bug.
What? There was a bug with the Minecraft creeper?
That's what the creeper is. It was a bug.
Oh yeah, it was them trying to do the pig, and they messed it up.
Yeah, the Minecraft creeper.
Oh, what a legacy was created by messing up the pig.
Oh my god, dude. Okay. Kingdom Hearts is especially the freaking mobile app. Have you heard of Union Cross?
Yes, I have.
I should call it Union Key, my bad.
Oh, was that the new one?
No. Oh, it's like
there's a new Kingdom Hearts mobile game.
Is it?
Yeah, I get advertisements all the time for it on YouTube. Mobile. Is it really? I think so.
I think it's just.
I think there's a Kingdom Hearts 3 mobile game. It's not Kingdom Hearts 3. It's like something else.
It's Kingdom Hearts Union Cross.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought they got rid of Union Cross.
No, there's like 2 or 3 of those, but they're the same game, just renamed and remastered. But I took 55 minutes to an hour of my life learning about the storyline.
Do you feel like you get it?
No, it's more convoluted. Okay, so it's just like there's these 4 people, and then the 5. There's 5 apprentices, and there's one guy named the Master of Masters, right? Mm-hmm. And then they all get this weird prophecy book, and it's really confusing. Mm-hmm. And they all make these factions, right, where they try to get as many Keyblade users to join their thing to get this thing called Lux, which is just light, obviously. Mm-hmm. And then, they go out, you do missions and whatever, right? But apparently the Master Masters, it's just this whole big confusing mess. They get into one Keyblade War, right? And then there's an alternate world where it didn't happen, and that's where the story continues. And I'm like, what's going on here?
The weird thing is, Kingdom Hearts really wasn't very confusing when it was just the first game, and there was like nothing else around it.
Yeah.
It was really easy to understand. The hearts, they get taken out, then the heart becomes a heartless. Bam, you're good. That's all that's necessary. And then it's Disney villains, and you're good. You've got all the lore.
Exactly.
But then Kingdom Hearts 2 comes along, and it makes everything really confusing by adding in nobodies and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it did really convolute the story a lot.
No, which obviously the spin-off games and then whatever it made it worse, right?
Yeah, I think it was them trying to fix what. Don't. I think it was them trying to fix what Kingdom Hearts 2 kind of convoluted.
Yeah.
But it just made it even worse.
Oh yeah, it did. The thing that made it worse though was the inclusion of making a mobile game that is just more confusing than the rest of the games combined. Like, the games themselves are pretty tame, but there was just so many references in Kingdom Hearts 3 of the mobile game. I'm just like, what?
What? It's kind of like mandatory.
You kind of have to know it in order to get it. And I'm just like, oh god, dude.
That explains why there's all those videos. It's like, what you need to know before you play Kingdom Hearts 3.
Well, there is, right? And they have the same videos in Kingdom Hearts 3, but it's just a run through of the main games and not of the mobile app itself.
Yeah.
That's what 2.8 is for. So, oh my goodness, dude. It's just a big old mess.
Yeah, it's fun games though.
Fun games.
Yeah.
We might have to do the first game again. You know, get to the point where we were in normal mode.
I'm gonna catch us up. I'm hoping Gordon's going to be uploading a video today. Today's Friday. The podcast is going up tomorrow. Today of the chronological time in which people would be viewing this, probably. But I'm hoping Gordon uploaded a video, or is going to upload a video.
Yeah, hopefully.
But I don't know if it's going to be Kingdom Hearts, because the footage, I don't know if he's gotten it.
Or maybe not. It might be, if anything, it might be, like...
I had to take it off of the Dropbox for a bit, but...
Well, I don't know. It wouldn't be the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu series,
I don't know if he's fixed it yet.
I don't think so either, so...
Yeah, the issue is Gordon has had an issue opening Premiere Pro on the older version, which he used to edit Let's Go Pikachu. But he can use today's version, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And so he can't access the Let's Go Pikachu stuff.
No, so it's just like, I think it's either corrupted or just not
just something. It wants him to reinstall the program, and then he said he couldn't connect to the service or something. It's really confusing, but hopefully there's a video. I'm gonna be asking Gordon. If not, there was a stream on Friday, which I'll just stream something.
Dude,
I'll just pick something up and stream it.
You can stream the getting back to where we
yeah, I could stream Kingdom Hearts.
Because honestly, that was about an hour or two of gameplay.
It was a while. It was a decent amount of time.
It was quite a long time just to get to Alice in Wonderland, was it?
Yeah, we got to Alice in Wonderland, and then there was some footage mess-ups that happened at Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, yeah.
Utilizing, it had to do with the fact that the laptop stinks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it ran out of space.
And they just stopped responding even when there was space. Yeah. And it wouldn't let me stop the recording. So I had an 8-hour recording of Kingdom Hearts. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do with this? And then now it won't open because it's too big and I can't move it anywhere. So I just had to delete it.
8-hour recording of Kingdom Hearts.
The first recording session is okay, though, I think.
So how far do we get in the first one?
That one goes up to Alice in Wonderland, and then we played some Alice in Wonderland, and that much is gone. Out of there. So okay. I think, hopefully, that's how it is. But yeah, we want to do Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, it would take a very, very long time, but that's what we want to do.
It will. And then maybe because I think Recoded is a video or just a cinematic cutscene.
Do a commentary on some cinematic cutscene stuff,
like with 358/2. Yeah, I think it might be that one, but I think Chain of Memories is a game.
Isn't that one a card game though?
It is a card game, and that one's the worst one.
Maybe we could do a one-off of the card game because I don't want to do any more than that.
No, I no, honestly.
just card games aren't for me.
No,
like,
I hate the card game function, man.
People like Raven, they love card games and stuff, but
Raven, come back to us, please.
Be on an episode of Party Size. Then we'll talk.
Then we'll talk.
Raven is the other face that you see on the channel art, but not on any of the other art because Gordon still doesn't have his face. Like on the stream, the thumbnail does not have his face on there, but it has everybody else's.
I mean, we should bring Raven on for the podcast. I think...
Yeah, I wonder what he has to say because he was being pretty pessimistic about the idea in the first place.
I know, so
yeah.
Why don't we just get him along?
If anybody ever asks for Gordon to be on, he's never coming on because he doesn't like podcasts.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, so everybody go make fun of him on youtube.com/Graham. That's not his URL.
He does not have a custom URL yet.
It's not his URL.
It's like youtube.com/I like PP.
That was just the randomly generated code that was given to him.
Yeah. So it's just like...
You have an obligation to make your channel big if your randomly generated code says I like PP.
But if you can't have a small PP, I don't want.
Well, no, of course not.
So you gotta make that channel big. And I'm gonna ask if you want a custom URL. Just say no.
Yeah, just of course not. You have the perfect one already.
Have the perfect one. I like PP.
Is that even possible? I don't know enough about how URLs work.
I don't either. I think I have a book on. I think it's a dummy. You know, one of those dummy books.
Big Book of Dum Dum uses.
Yeah.
Uses a URL.
It teaches me how to use HTML. So
nice.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. What next do we have on our list?
We don't really have a list, but
I have a mental list. Like we have the Pokemon Direct that happened recently.
That was funny. There was really nothing in that. I mean, yeah, it was like a general release, right? It
was the announcement of the strangely named Pokemon Sword and Shield.
You know, a friend of ours, right?
Mm-hmm.
A guest, remember? Oh well, he wasn't on the video, but Micah, right?
Yeah.
He showed me a meme one day, and he was like, "Dude, look at this! It was sword, shield, and gun." And I'm just like,
sword, shield, and gun.
And I'm like, I thought it was real because the dumb I am. Right? I was like,
yeah.
Why would they make a gun?
You believe?
I did.
Did they do really good art for having the gun?
Really good art.
I'm sure.
Like,
is the barrel like the tip of the barrel like the head like with the sword and shield, or was it the handle?
You know, like I thought sword and shield like Aegislash.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Aegislash is going to be involved.
Like
in
the
this
legendary.
Aegislash is gonna be the legendary.
No, but I thought it was sword, shield, and gun. I'm like, why are they making gun? You know, I'm just gonna get myself Pokemon 1911 over here.
I would get Pokemon gun. But
you know, instead of throwing a Pokeball, you pull out your 9mm and just start shooting.
You just bang, and then you got your Pokemon.
So it's super effective.
It's Pokemon hunting, dude.
I still don't understand why they named it Sword and Shield. There was, I think
I'm sure it has
colors.
something to do with it being like England, and there's like knights
England,
and stuff.
But
so
it looks more industrial England. Why not just give Pokemon Smog Cloud and Poison Water? They ran out of colors, and they ran.
Well, there's a whole lot of colors left. Like
they ran out of colors that people know.
I saw a fan created thing. It wasn't actually a game, but Ultraviolet and Infrared was one back when it was Pokemon Black, which was the one I was playing, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Pokemon Ultraviolet and Infrared!"
Racist, though. I still think
that's
it's racist.
The next one. That's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Why does Pokemon White have a better Pokemon selection than Pokemon Black?
No, they have a better Pokemon selection because of the White Forest.
Yeah, and instead you have the Black City.
What? Nothing. You can't get anything there.
No, you don't get anything. You just get a city.
Yeah. So it was.
And you can only get Solosis in White, which is one of the best Pokemon in Unova. And there's a few others.
I mean, I honestly like Zekrom more than Reshiram anyway.
I like Reshiram more, but I feel like that was also part of me being like, oh yeah, edgy. Get Pokemon black, not white. Ugh. White is light. I don't like light. Darkness. My 2 favorite colors are red and black.
Don't let the darkness... Gorsh, Sora, don't let the darkness corrupt your Gorsh,
Sora. Don't get enveloped by the darkness.
No, but... You know, it was a cool reveal. Like, they had this whole soccer thing at the end. That was interesting, but...
Yeah, the world looks... Football. The world around it looks really cool.
I think it's going to be the biggest region, honestly.
Yeah, and it seems like I feel like they're going to be doing some kind of special things with it, because looking at the design of the areas, it was very different from how it normally is.
It's a lot of plains.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of open area, so it seems like it's a bit more of an open game in how it is. And then there's the fact that the camera seems oriented slightly differently from in other games. Like, it seems like it's a bit more behind you than it was in X or Y or
Well,
Oris.
because, I mean, it probably could be due to the processing power of the Switch, too.
Well, yeah, it might have a little bit to do with that, but I feel like you're rendering the same amount of information from a third-person perspective from a top-down. It's not that much more.
Was it a top-down?
Well, originally it's top down, and with X and Y it was
less of a
it was less top down, but it was still more top down than Sword and Shield looks. Sword and Shield has a very much more third person perspective to me, and the player itself looks like it's supposed to be a lot older than in other games. It looks like to me.
They look like teenagers.
Yeah, your head's a lot smaller, makes you seem a lot younger. If you want to see a big example of making heads bigger to make characters look younger, look at Hiccup from the original How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, was his head big?
His head is massive.
Oh yeah,
and it's hilarious.
Like all the kids in that movie, except for the fat one, their heads are huge.
They have giant heads, and it's hilarious.
But the fat one's head it's proportional. It's oddly proportional to his body. Actually, it's smaller.
That's peak character design with fish legs. Speaking of which, I saw How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Oh yeah, I actually really want to go see that movie.
It is, in my opinion, the best out of the 3.
I really, because I like the second one a lot. The first one is but the second one I really like a lot.
The second one had a lot of good stuff going along with it. They went a very dramatic sort of way with it, and I enjoyed that. I saw it with Gordon and Casey. Casey was extremely hyped for it, and he went on opening day. And
like at midnight?
Yeah. He went to the midnight release, and he's cried every time he's seen it. He's a pussy. Gordon cried too. Everybody go to Graham and call him a pussy.
Tweet at Graham.
Gordon, please don't take this video down. I know you have access to the channel. He's not gonna watch this. Are you kidding me? Or listen.
He did send a playlist of Hatsune Miku's first album.
Yeah, what? Excuse me, Gordon. I feel like he's been infected by something. I feel like he's been replaced, because he has not stopped talking about Hatsune Miku.
Have you seen his Twitter feed?
Oh my gosh, it's insane.
It's full of anime stuff, dude.
That's all it is. It's exclusively Vocaloid stuff. I don't know what happened to him. It was a very sudden shift.
I know. I remember one day when I first got my Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm. At Waffle House?
Yeah, at waffle.house.
Yeah. Is it house spelled H-A-U-S?
I think. Let me check.
I'll put your link in the description.
Yeah, we'll get it later. But
I'll put your link really big on the screen, slightly too large, so you don't actually know what it says.
Exactly. So anyway, he told me, he's like, hey, don't let me pull up. I think he either DM me or something, but he was like, don't if you see any like anime stuff, just like don't think about it. You know, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. You know, all right. Mm-hmm. I won't think about what you do on your.
It's probably minimal. We're gonna be going in there. It's not gonna be much. It's mostly just gonna be like funny little tweets from Gordon. You know.
Yeah.
At Grem, but better. Because Grem was taken.
Was it really?
Yeah. And Grem Butt is also taken.
Grem Butt?
Yeah. At GREMBUT. Everybody follow at Grem Butt.
Dude, we should...
we should get Grem Butt on the podcast.
If we can get Elon Musk.
Elon Musk would be a fun guest. I'd like for him to talk about his funny tweets on Twitter.
I just started following him. He does have funny tweets. But
he's very much trying to be hip. But go ahead.
Gordon, if you're listening, I love you, buddy. But
you have a problem.
You have a little bit of an anime problem, especially with Hatsune Miku.
It came out of nowhere.
It really did. It hit us like a truck.
There was nothing. He was silent about that. Just his big anime thing was Mob Psycho 100, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, Vocaloid and nothing else. He's talking about birthdays of these anime characters. He's advertising them in the Discord that we have. Like, we practically did a countdown to this one anime girl's birthday, and then he was like, everybody, it's this girl's birthday.
Was it the yellow one?
I think she was yellow.
Okay.
I don't know. I try not to pay that much attention because the Discord chat is just Gordon talking to himself. Because Casey and I hardly use it.
Let me tell you something. When I was younger, I did have a Vocaloid obsession. Mm-hmm. It was very strange.
Yes.
A small portion
We've all
of my
had
life,
a dark time in our lives.
A small portion of my life was dedicated to Hatsune Miku and her weird friends. It was weird. It was weird. Mm-hmm. I first went to that because I heard that weird song, you know, that's like, yeah, it was like,
yeah.
It was very catchy. Yeah. I'm just like, what's going on here? I don't see why like thousands of people go to a Holograms concert.
People horny.
Oh. No, God, Japan. You are a very strange place.
Yeah, Japan just has... It's a very different culture from ours.
It is, but...
Because it's a mix of, Eastern culture. It has it's grabbed some of its culture from Eastern countries like China. Then it has its isolationist stuff, which is just a crap ton of absurdity. Comes out of nowhere.
Love it, by the way. That's great.
And then we nuked them a few times and took over their country for a little while and made sure we nice and westernized them a bit. So it's a mix of this absurdity isolationism, getting nuked twice,
and then
China and the U.S.
Two of the weirdest places being in one of the biggest weirdest places. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I really like their cultural stuff. You know, their art. Is pretty
they have a very cool culture.
You know,
I wish I was Japanese.
I don't wish I was Japanese.
I wish I was Japanese.
Especially in the year
I just want to kill myself at the age of 23.
Which is very disappointing to those who really want to be Japanese.
Those people are...
I mean, I get it. The culture's nice, but I don't want to change my entire ethnicity just to be Japanese.
I'm happy where I am.
I am too. That's why I'm just saying.
I'm semi-happy where I am.
You know, I don't want to date like my pillow. You know, that's not a thing that I
don't want to buy a girlfriend online,
aka a pillow.
Yeah,
but there is sex dolls, so that's also a thing.
Yeah. You can cut a hole in the pillow. That's some pillows come with pre-made holes.
I'm sure
it's a big business.
I'm really sure they do. I went to a dance one time, right?
Check out sharkrobot.com/partysize for the highest quality body pillows made out of each one of the caricatures.
I swear to God. No. I like the cup lady one, but we don't want to get I don't want to get that one.
We do not have a merch store because we max out our highest viewed video is 70 views. But
please,
someday we'd love to get some body pillows
please,
on our merch store.
No. Please no. We're not going to do a Game Grumps thing where they made caricatures of themselves, but female. Why did they do that? I don't know, but it was very strange.
We're not Game Grumps.
We're not Game Grumps, but I'm just saying.
I would not gender bend us if we put us on potty pillows. That's degrading.
Potty pillows?
Body pillows?
I like me some potty pillows.
That's even worse.
No, I don't understand why they gender bent themselves, but regardless of the point.
Yeah. Anyway,
so
not gonna bash Game Grumps.
We already did.
Game Grumps suck.
But I went to a dance one time and I saw this guy holding a body pillow, right? And he was just dancing around on the floor, right? Just with his body pillow, like hugging it, taking pictures with it, and I was just like, "Oh God, what is this man's doing?"
Oh, I don't like that all that much.
No, I don't either. And then a friend of mine for his birthday really wants a body pillow. It's not good.
Oh.
Ew. And I think the Odd One Out got sponsored for a body pillow.
And Oni Plays had, I don't know if they still have, but they had Motifa body pillows.
Oh god.
It was quite something.
This is why people in life don't get real human connection.
Yeah, it's something.
They really like their pillows a little too much.
Yeah. On that topic, the 3 starters of the new Pokemon. What do you think of each one? We've got
they all have the same shaped head.
Yeah, we've got Chimchar in the exact same pose as Score Bunny. That was a fun little thing. The high-res art for both Score Bunny and Chimchar are in the exact same pose. Which
Ooh, this might be a remake of Sinnoh that we needed.
this is that Sinnoh remake everybody wanted.
I think they might. I heard there was more news coming.
I'm sure there is, but I feel like it's coming at E3.
I think there's more games that are going to be announced that are coming out this year. Honestly, I could see a remake being released this year.
I was a big proponent of remakes of Pokemon games, but I'm getting to the point where I'd rather them focus their efforts on making new content and trying to get new cool stuff out there than remake old gens. Because if I want to play the old gen, I can just go back and play the old gen.
Well, yeah, but everyone wants a new, updated graphics. No one wants the old crappy graphs.
I like the old graphics more.
So no one likes your opinion.
I mean, I don't like the Game Boy ones.
Oh no, the Game Boy ones.
Those are just really horribly designed. But like Pokemon Black and Soul Silver and Heart Gold and Pokemon White, I love that aesthetic. It looks so good.
It was good, and I like the battle animations because that was cool. I liked it better than the static ones from Soul Silver and.
Yeah.
What was that?
Heart Gold.
What was that? I heard an audible noise. It was weird.
My ear?
Yeah. I can hear it from all the way over here.
Does that make a sound?
Yeah, it makes a sound.
I thought I was just hearing it because of the quaking going through my brain when it happens.
But I hear a sound.
Huh. I guess it's probably coming up on the mic then.
It sounds like you're a...
It does?
Yeah.
I just got some stuff stuck in my ear and I was cleaning it out by... Anyway, which one are you gonna pick?
Probably Sword. But it depends, because
I just don't know what the difference is between them so far, so I don't.
Me either. They haven't released any game-specific Pokemon or any of the new Pokemon anyway.
I feel like this one I'm gonna try to do a discover as I go along kind of thing, because I really like the world and I'd like to discover the world as I go.
I heard some leaks.
I saw some fake leaks online.
Like what?
If you go to Pokemon Gen 8 starters, there are some incredible designs that are fake leaks, and it's really sad. Okay. And then there's some that I feel like are probably real, and I spoiled it for myself. So
maybe, but I heard about something about the legendaries. And one of them sounds really awful, and the other one's a metallic snake.
Ooh. What's the other one?
I don't remember because it was probably that awful.
Is it a blow-up snake?
No, it's not going to be... The other one's not going to be a snake.
Yeah.
The other one's going to be something else, but I don't remember what it was, and I'll have to look at it again. But
all right.
I heard the other one's kind of butt, so I'm going to pick the metallic snake over the butt one.
Yeah. But... What are the 3 starters? Which one are you gonna pick?
I don't know. Either the monkey or the bunny. The weird salamander one looks...
Score Bunny's gonna be firefighting.
What?
I feel like Score Bunny's gonna be firefighting.
Yeah, I can see that.
I feel like there's a very big possibility. I've seen a whole lot of memes on Twitter of people doing art of Score Bunny with the ominous tones of firefighting being in the background.
I know, but I just gotta see what the evolutions bring. Because
I like to discover the evolutions as I go along, and I like to place my bets on one of them. But the issue is I'm not sure which one to pick, because I equally dislike each one.
Yeah, they're not very good designs by any means.
Score Bunny, I feel like, it looks like a Digimon.
It does. No, It does. They all look like Digimon.
Yeah. Specifically Scorbunny,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, Scorbunny looks like a Digimon.
I feel I'm going to place my bets on either Grookey or what's the other one?
I don't know because it's not even that good. Did you see its like shameful appearance?
Yeah. I like the idea of invisibility being a thing with that one. But I might pick that one. It depends, I guess.
It looks so not good.
Yeah. That one's Raven's favorite, which solidifies my belief that Raven has bad opinions.
I really do think he does, but
he has bad opinions. Everybody get mad at Raven somehow, find his social media, and hate him for enjoying the Ghostbusters remake.
He did enjoy the Ghostbusters remake, which was disappointing.
He was really excited to show it to me, and I didn't laugh the whole time.
He must like the new SNL or something.
Oh, I'm sure he would get a kick out of SNL.
Because it's not funny either.
SNL is really not funny.
No.
Which I really can't blame them for, because they've been going for like a decade at least.
I know, and they've been making new sketches up like every Saturday.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is very ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't blame them for changing to the point where it's just showcasing celebrities. Yeah, that's essentially what it is.
It is. I mean, they pick celebrities to host the show, and then when they do sketches with the celebrity.
I highly recommend checking out old SNL because there's some really good sketches in old SNL, and it just feels like a bunch of people goofing around and having a good time.
That's what it was,
but I don't think anybody wants to do it anymore.
No, it's political humor, and it can be funny sometimes, but when they do it like all the time, it's just
Yeah.
It wasn't funny when they did it the first time. It's not funny now, so
no. It's annoying. I'm just glad I don't have to watch it.
And that's why SNL actors should not be in movies.
Well, that's just all actors at this point. Because if you get big, you get on SNL.
That's true. But no. Like SNL, people who started in SNL, right? Who are constantly staying in SNL.
The big ones that got big because of SNL.
Yes.
Stuff.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like one of the Ghostbusters in that movie, for example.
Yeah.
She was the least funny one there.
Was she the crazy one?
Yeah, she was the crazy one.
Yeah, I hate her. I hate everything she's in. I don't like
hate something.
She's not funny.
She isn't funny, and she tries to play the big funny character, like
every single one tries to be the big funny character. It's annoying.
Well, I know. They all try to fight for each other to be the big funny one. Like Melissa McCarthy.
She fell over as hard as she could. She was pulling out all the funny stops. Did you see her slap herself against walls? And dumplings. She didn't get enough dumplings, and then she got too many dumplings. It was so funny. Yeah, she was a big contender for funniest one.
She could be the most enjoyable one.
She definitely had the best performance, I'm sure. I feel.
She did. Oh, no, there was two SNL stars. There was the... I wish I knew their names.
I feel bad for not knowing any other names, actually, because
it's the...
I like to know who I'm talking about.
Exactly. It's Kate something, right? Who's the crazy one. And then there was the black one.
She really does the funny stuff, and she screams in his black. I really like that joke.
I love
screaming as a black person.
I love how she plays into the black stereotype. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I really don't know why people don't get upset about that, or like people don't care, because I just find it annoying.
I find it annoying too. It's like you have actual humor, and then you have stereotype humor, which which you don't want to. Why would you stereotype your own? Like, why?
Yeah, and like Kevin Hart, like he's built his entire career off of being a black person who screams.
Yeah, he has. And he's not funny.
I don't find him funny at all.
I never found Kevin Hart.
I know a lot of people who find him very funny, and
I know, and I don't understand because
he's being treated as if he's like this hallmark of comedy now.
He isn't.
Like he has his own show about how he is the best creative comedy genius in the history of anything.
In the history of France.
In the history of France.
Well, and I saw like some of it, like one of his specials, right? It's not good.
Yeah,
he screams.
It's just not for me. I guess people can enjoy
whoever they like, but
laughing at
but
because comedy's subjective. And if you find a black person screaming to be really funny, then that's fine enough for you.
But if you like the Ghostbusters remake,
then your name is Raven.
And then you can get.
I'll just censor
get
that
out of here. Get out of here.
I'll censor out the last name.
The plot too was also the worst. You got that weird, stupid guy who's the villain, who's like, I want the ghosts or something.
They bullied me, and now I'm going to literally kill everyone.
He wasn't a good villain.
No.
And then they had Chris Hemsworth as the dumb guy.
Raven thought that guy was hilarious. I just think it didn't make any sense.
It didn't. Why?
Because, like, there's the one thing, which, if you really want a good in-depth analysis of why the movie is really bad, check out Ralph the Movie Maker's video on it. But the fact that he covers his eyes when there's loud noises, it doesn't work. Because you have to be an alien to not understand that. It's not just being stupid and thinking, and because the joke is that he's stupid.
Yeah.
But you cover your eyes and you know it doesn't work. You're like, bang! Oh my gosh, my eyes! And then you notice that it doesn't help because you don't cover your ears.
Also,
it doesn't make any sense.
The Fall Out Boy, like cover of Ghostbusters.
Oh, that was good.
It was funny. And then they had a post-credit scene because, you know, they're trying to be hip with the kids, right?
Yeah.
Them with their Marvel movies. So they had a post-credit scene where they brought up Ghostbusters 2, right? And I'm just like... Or no, something like even a cameo from Ghostbusters 1. But they're not making a Ghostbusters remake 2, are they?
No, they're not.
No.
They're making a new Ghostbusters reboot.
Well, yeah, that's not going to be...
That is not treating that as canon, which... should be interesting.
They're not treating the new...
They're not treating the Ghostbusters remake as canon.
The all-female cast? Or...
The all-female. They're not treating that as canon.
Oh, whew.
They're not going to do, like, any callbacks to that or anything. It's going to be completely disconnected.
Because nobody liked that. Nobody liked that movie.
I feel like it would have gotten better reception if they pulled more at the nostalgia of it.
They should have.
Having the cameos actually be the characters and not it being like, oh, hey, I'm a taxi driver.
Or, oh, hey, I'm an anti-ghost guy.
Yeah, killing Bill Murray was also not a great move to get people to like your movie.
Yeah, no, they should have... Actually, you're right. They should have had the original characters come back and even train them how to...
Yeah, like, or do something at least.
Yeah, or like be like, hey...
And I know one of them died, but you could have... I think that would have even made it so you could, like, make it so it's kind of a, like, this is for you. Which one was that? I remember the names. There's Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd.
There was the science one.
Yeah, the science one, he died.
He did
and
die.
They could have dedicated the movie to him. And, like, ended it with, like, this movie is dedicated to this guy.
I think they did.
They didn't.
They didn't?
Nope.
Oh, well, they should have.
They just didn't give him a cameo because he was dead.
Well, obviously, but... no, they could have, like, pass the torch, you know? Like, hey, there's still 3 Ghostbusters left.
Yeah, and keep in mind, we do not hate the movie because we hate women. That's a completely other topic.
Yeah, no. Like,
I mean, of course we hate women, but like that has nothing to do with Ghostbusters.
No.
The movie is bad regardless.
Yeah, we're talking about the movie as a whole, not the I hate women.
Like, even if they were men and they did the exact same thing, it still would have been a crappy movie. And keep in mind, I don't care about Ghostbusters. I don't care about the fact that they replaced it with an all-female cast, because I haven't seen the first Ghostbusters.
You're stupid.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I still need to see it.
You're stupid.
But that shows how little of a bias I have. I've seen a few scenes, and they've been funny.
Like
so
I said,
I feel like it's probably better.
It is better.
Yeah.
But not because they're all men. It's
No.
because the movie's better.
Yeah. Stupid.
Freaking.
Also, we don't hate women.
Still don't hate women, no.
Please don't unsubscribe.
Don't hate women.
Tell your friends to subscribe to Partycast for more bashing of women.
Anti-women
more
juice.
Trolling SJWs.
I love that. I love the whole SJW thing. It's funny.
Yeah. Gordon and I tried to do a game jam a while back. And that didn't work because we used the Blender game engine, and don't use that. It sucks. Because it wouldn't let us export. Well, I tried to do a test export with just the engine, just exporting the engine, and it had a frame rate of 3. So the game just wouldn't work. And when I tried to run it again, it just would keep running at 3 FPS, even when I was doing test plays. And so we didn't do that anymore, but we were on this game development group chat with Jimmy Maserati, and
he shouted you out.
Yeah.
Does he follow you?
Yeah, he follows me on Twitter, except he deleted his Twitter. So
wait, why did you delete his Twitter?
Because he hates social media.
Oh.
Yeah.
One of those guys.
Twitter feels different from normal social media to me.
It is different.
Because I don't really follow, like, normal people that I know that aren't, like, really close friends. Like, I follow Javi, Gordon, Raven, and Party Size, and then a few, like, celebrity people that I like.
Yeah,
like YouTubers.
I follow Donald Glover on there. Childish Gambino.
Yeah. One of your first follows was Barack Obama, I remember.
Yes, because I love Barack Obama.
He's a charming man.
I love Barack Obama.
Regardless of his politics, he's a charming man.
I love Barack Obama. Really, though. I don't remember what one of his tweets was. Oh, he tweeted out some, like, remember there was this, have you seen on the news where this basketball player was, like, I think he was, like, trying to go for a shoot, and he slipped on this court, right? And his shoe just exploded.
Oh, man.
Like, and it was, like, a Nike shoe. So, Barack Obama was like, this player, I hope you get better and stay safe, or something like that, you know? And it was like, dang, dude. Barack Obama just, like, told this guy to be safe, and then Nike's stock dropped 1.2%. So,
but anyway, we were on this game development Discord with Jimmy Maserati, and this one Swedish guy, which I will not call out by name.
It's PewDiePie?
Yes. And he wanted really hard to say the N-word.
Why?
I don't know, but eventually, this guy, he's Swedish, and a nice little quote from him is, you don't even know about the problem in Sweden.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, I can't say that. Then editing the post and saying, you don't even know about the Muslim problem in Sweden.
Wow.
He believes that the government is bringing in more refugees to Sweden because they're stupid enough to buy things.
Oh my
while
God.
The native Swedes are smart and save their money and don't buy poor people things.
Wow. Oh,
poor
boy.
people things being irons. You know, like...
To iron your clothes.
To iron your clothes, because I feel like this guy's never ironed his clothes in his life, and he's walking around with wrinkly clothes.
He probably has his mom do it for him.
He works at a fast food place.
Of course.
And he makes video games in his spare time.
So he's basically a poor person.
Well, he lives in Sweden, so he's doing fine. But eventually, Gordon and I were kind of staying around on there. We weren't being very active on there. We skipped the second jam that happened that Jimmy Maserati hosted, which was the Penguin Jam. We just didn't have the time, and we weren't prepared. But then a rant thing became a thing that you could do on the Discord. There was a whole server just for ranting about things. And this guy decided to go on and on about how angry he was that he can't say the N-word.
Well, you mean it's kind of a big thing in America, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in Europe, I doubt they ever said that.
Even still, it means something. You shouldn't be saying it.
Yeah, even so.
And I think part of it is that he hates that he can't say it online.
Well, has he been on Xbox Game Chat?
Yeah, that's where you're going to hear the highest concentration of N-words out there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and Alabama.
You see, my friend, Discord person from Sweden, you are perfectly allowed to say the N-word, but it doesn't mean... But people are also perfectly allowed to hate you for it.
Exactly. So,
'cause
you got it. It's like a balance. If you say the N-word, you're gonna have to face the consequences of saying that.
I strongly believe in freedom of speech, but the thing is, I also feel that corporations and any place that isn't federally funded should have the choice to be able to curate what you're saying because they want to create the right atmosphere in order to get other people to go on there. It makes more sense. Like, for example, Twitter recently banned all accounts that post drawn child porn.
Of
like
course.
Shadman. Shadman is no longer has a Twitter account because he got banned.
Thank the Lord, because no one likes child porn.
No, but I do believe that there should be no legal reprimanding for doing that. Here in Utah, it is absolutely illegal to possess drawn child porn, and it is technically illegal to go on shadbase.com.
Is it really?
It is illegal to go on Shadbase in Utah.
Dude, that's actually kind of sweet.
I don't like it. I feel like it infringes freedom of speech. But
not going on child porn sites?
No, you're not allowed to look. You're not allowed to make it or see it or anything.
Which you think that?
Well, it's good. Drawn child porn, not photos of child porn.
Well, I know, but drawn child porn is still child porn.
I think it's better than them being an actual pedophile that goes out and does horrible things. And I feel like it's freedom of It's freedom of expression because they're not actually hurting anybody.
Yeah, let them do their thing, I guess.
Yeah, I think they should just be allowed to do their thing and it's quiet. And nobody's forced to look at it. People were forced to look at it. Like, then I don't think you should be able to buy advertising space and put drawn child porn on there.
No, dude, no.
No, you shouldn't be allowed to do that because then you're forcing people to see it.
And no one wants to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Twitter just recently banned it from the website, and so I guess it was also illegal to go on Twitter if you live in Utah like us. So until recently, but in California it's fine. But yeah, I feel that it's there should be no legal reprimandation for that stuff. Yeah, I mean, hate speech is kind of a different thing when you're like inciting violence and sort of stuff against people, because that's not just speech; it's also an action. And
yeah, I never really understood what hate speech was, because you think
the fact that it has blurry lines between hate speech and speaking and just being a racist.
Yeah,
and it's really weird because oh crap, pins and needles in my foot.
Hayden has diabetes.
Shoot, I need to amputate my foot. Crap.
Diabetes foot over here.
No, stop. What was I saying before I got pins and needles in my foot?
You have diabetes.
No, I was not saying I have diabetes. Crap.
About hate speech?
Yes, hate speech. I think it makes it so that people can call hate speech on things that aren't hate speech.
Well, yeah,
but
I really don't.
And I feel like it's important to curate things like that.
Well, yeah, there's no clear boundaries that I know of.
And I feel like we need clear boundaries because we should definitely have there be no hate speech.
I know. But I don't like hate speech. No one should deserve hate speech.
No.
But there's no clear lines or clear defined rules or thing like a definition of what hate speech is, because I don't really know what it is. Like all I know is like it's a racist comment, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
In my opinion, I feel like it's inciting violence against another race is what hate speech is.
Yeah.
Because it's the way I see it is that it's hate speech causes a hate crime.
Okay.
And so
those two are like closely linked together.
Yeah, that's the definition I have given it to make it easier for me to understand.
But really, federally, it's not that simple.
Yeah, it's very confusing as to how it works. That's why there's no hate speech laws.
No,
really.
Because they don't know what it means. Nobody really knows what it means. Like, you can give it like your own definition.
Yeah.
And that's why people call hate speech on things that aren't hate speech, is because they use their own definition of what it is.
Because they don't even know what it is.
Exactly. So they make something up to make it easier for them.
Like they just find somebody who is a racist person, which it's not good to be racist, but it's not illegal to be racist.
Exactly.
And then they're like, hey, this person needs to die now or go to jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And you just need to have those clear-cut definitions. Exactly. Not saying that it's good to be racist.
No, it's never good to be racist.
I'm just saying we need to make sure that people know what they're talking about So that way we can actually stop hate speech.
Exactly.
Because when there's no clear-cut definition, then
people are just going to take it into their own hands and then do that with what they will.
And it especially devalues it, because when somebody does actually spout hate speech and you call hate speech, then they're like, that's not actually hate speech or anything like that.
It's like the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just you lie enough times or mess up enough times, people don't believe you.
Exactly. So that's what hate speech is.
Well, this got a bit heavy. I was wanting this to be a Pokemon Direct podcast, but...
Well, that's too bad now, isn't it?
Yeah, it ended up being more about hate speech.
Well, it's like our e-girl conversation like last time.
Yeah, we gotta have our heavy bit. What was that?
It's a funny thing I started doing. But...
Please don't start doing that. How far are we in? Oh, shoot. We just hit an hour, I think.
Did we really just hit an hour?
I think we really just hit an hour. I was wanting this one to be like 30 minutes long. What time is it right now? It's 3 o'clock.
So thank you to our sponsor.
Who's our sponsor this time? The Heritage Foundation.
The Heritage Foundation?
You know, they're the conservative party group that spouts propaganda. No, PragerU! Our sponsor of the day is PragerU.
No, I like Ragu.
Ragu. I want to talk about PragerU, but we got to stop here. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to another episode of the podcast. We're going to be back next Saturday for another episode. Hopefully I don't mess up again and accidentally upload this on a Tuesday again.
That'd be funny. You remember you were going to say put it on Monday, but...
I did post it on a Tuesday.
You did post it on a Tuesday.
It's called the Tuesday one.
Well, good night, everybody.
Hopefully Gordon uploaded a video. If not, you suck, Gordon. Jazz music is playing. It's pulling us out. And what's your last word?
PragerU.
Stockmusic.net.